So now next, again a very important topic, what is the horizontal projectile? So this projectile which I have shown, actually here it is nothing but I am throwing the object from a tower. The tower is having a particular height. Yeah, so this is one of the case, but ideally how should I show that your horizontal projectile? So let's say definitely I'm just going to throw that object from this height. So let's say over here. So definitely it is going to follow somewhere over here and finally it will landed at a particular point. So let's say again this is nothing but your range. So let's say this is the height of that tower. Yeah, again you're just throwing it with your velocity ux. Yeah, and again we know that if you're throwing in the horizontal manner, so definitely its vertical component is 0 over here. Yeah, so definitely your vertical component, that is your uy, is equals to 0 for this particular case. So now how we are just going to derive the relation for that? So let's say again consider a point P. So let's say this is point P, x comma y. So now how we are going to calculate that distance when the object reach at point x? So we will say that, so obviously that is x is equals to t into u. Obviously that is a distance is equals to your time into velocity. So t is equals to x upon u. Now at the same time you have to just thought about that your vertical distance also. So if I just talk about that vertical distance, yeah, so then definitely the vertical distance, that is nothing but your y. Again we are saying that the component in the vertical direction is 0. So again which is half gt square, again which is your half g, again which is x square upon u square. So definitely again what I can say that, so let's say y is equals to kx square and k is nothing but, I will say that simple, it is a g upon 2u square. So again we will get a very important expression, that is y is equals to kx square. Yeah, so that is a parabolic path, so which is going to follow when you throw the object from that your tower which is having a certain height h. So once I get that relation, so definitely again I can find that time of flight also. Yeah, so definitely I can find that time of flight, I can just find that range also. So now we know that to calculate which is nothing but your time of flight. Okay, so let's say again for that case, so generally what we used to say that, so that h, so s is equals to ut minus half gt square. So what is the total height? So let's say it is nothing but the h, again this is nothing but your half gt square. So let's say the total time is capital T, so this is 2h. Yeah, so this is 2h upon g. Yeah, and which is equals to t square. So t is equals to, obviously that is a square root of 2h upon g. Now again once I got the expression for the time of flight, from that again I can find the range also. I can find the range for that same. So this is t is equals to square root of 2h upon g. So range, basically what we are going to consider, that is a u into time. So obviously which is u into square root of 2h upon g, so which will give you the value of your range. So this is how we can get the same things. So we can get that equation for that parabolic path. The next we can get the expression for the time of flight. Then next we can get the expression for that range also. So that is how we can calculate the various things for this your horizontal projectile motion. At the same time we have just considered that one more case where you are throwing the object. Yeah, over here likewise that is also possible. So this is also one of the case that you can consider. Yeah, but this is one standard case where I'm just saying that the object is thrown, that is a parallel. Yeah, so the object is thrown parallel to that horizontal axis. So we just make sure that its vertical component is 0. Yeah, and then finally it will landed on that earth. Yeah, and that is how we will derive all those equations for your t, h and r.